stop motion remake of The Princess Bride. What's up, everyone? Sorry, Eric here. I'm back. I have a whole bunch of games that I have to unbox, and so first one, it's I'm not gonna say caveat because it's a little bit weird, but boom, Horizons of Spirit Island. I've heard such fantastic things about Spirit Island. I figure this was a great jumping on point. Spoilers, kind of not really spoilers at all, actually. Um, and then it is open. It is not shrink wrapped. Okay, so that's because I wanted to read the directions, rules, directions, whatever. But anyway, so it hasn't been punched or looked at or anything. I just looked at the rules, and that's it. And I'll go into that a little bit. But yeah, so I pulled these out, but as you can see, everything else inside has been untouched. So I have a little bit of knowledge. Other than that, that's where we're at. So let's start with the spirits. I know the original Spirit Island has some spirits. The expansions have more spirits. I don't know how many spirits come in the big base game, but this one has 5. Devouring teeth lurk underfoot. They have this. They got a little setup information on them. It's pretty cool. We have eyes watch from the trees. I don't know if this is normal. The names on them are, I'm not going to say questionable, but they're things. Fathomless mud of the swamp. I like this. This looks like a mud badger. Mud thing. Oh, badger. Oh, mud badger. Rising heat of stone and sand. A little like fiery dragon thing. Something interesting. It's like kind of like pixelated, almost like it. And then we have Sunbright Whirlwind. It's a wind kitty. Meow. Meow, meow, meow. Wind kitty. Meow, 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 meow. Meow. Okay. We have some punchy boards. So, explorers, some towns, cities, and then we have energy and things. I learned from the rules. So there we go. This is blight. This is fear. Oh, look at me. Look at me knowing stuff. I opened the box and I already know things. And then these are to go spirit actions like, I don't remember. There's something. But anyway, should we test the punch? Punch. Punch is okay. Let me try going this route. Yeah, they got hanging chads on them. It's pretty significant. But that's alright. So this was $30 at Target. I think I'm anticipating that's a pretty good deal. That's what I'm going with, at least. We'll see if that's actually the case or not. But for me, that was good. I'm a consumer conscious, not consumer conscious, a economy conscious consumer. So that to me was a good starting out point. If I can jump into Spirit Island at a $30 price point instead of like whatever it is, 60, I think you can probably get it used and find it like for maybe 40 or 50. But regardless, I like this. I like this jumping on point. So I did. All right, we got a board. There's not a ton of stuff in here, but that's okay. There's room for other things. There's more bags. Thank God. Okay, so double-sided board. There is this side, which I think is the 3-player side, because they have F, G, and H, which is 3, and then this side is the 2-player side. I'm guessing when you play solo, you play 2 spirits. I have a friend who really likes this game, and he said he plays 2, and I don't think you'd want to go 3. The difference with, well, I think one of the differences, these are just set boards. They do not. I think they're modular in the base game. They come with in different parts, and then you can kind of flip flop them around. A bag of bags. Thank God. I'm down to my last 974. So this will put me back up over the 1,000 mark, which I was worried. I was worried. When you dip under 1,000, what do you do? What do you do if all of a sudden every single part of the game needs to be singular bagged? Then what? And you only have 1,000 bags? Pfft. Unacceptable. Zoop. All right, here we go. These are the, I believe, the Islander cards. Level ones. Level ones. They have the different. It's like wetlands, mountains, jungle, and sand. It's not sand, right? It's desert. I don't know. It might be sand. And then level 2, and then, ooh, coastal lands. Ooh, that's kind of a beast. And then level 3 is multiple. Okay, cool, cool. So, yep, that's just kind of where the invaders are going to do their thing. Basic wooden tokens. This is one of those games. Well, there's a lot of little wooden tokens. Tokens for everyone. They're just little wooden tokens. They're fine. Fine wooden tokens. This is one of those games that some people just get into. I'm not saying I won't. I'm not saying I will. I have no idea. But one of the things I've heard is that this is a prime game for upgrading components. Now, that being said, little wooden tokens are fine. The cardboard is thick. Like, the cardboard tokens seem like they would be just fine. So, I don't know. It is unlikely I will upgrade unless it turns out to be my favorite game of all time, and then in which case, let's do it. And even then, who knows? But, anyway, card packs. They got a little tabby. Tabbies are good. That lets me open them. Now we'll see how it's easily accessible tab. A nice round pull. These are fantastic. Good job, Greater Than Games. Mass market situation. You come at it, and you're like, hey, people, look how easy it is to open our cards. That's good. So here's the special ability cards of the different spirits. And there is, oh, these are the terror level cards that are going to affect the power progression things. I don't know what that is exactly. Minor powers. Major powers. Nope, just minor powers. I don't know. I did read rules, but I don't have a firm enough grasp on the game to be like, oh yeah, this is that, that's that, that's that. I have a good idea. The game seems pretty clean and pretty just procedural, but there's tons of decisions and tons of just tons of a huge decision space within those very structured turns, which is super cool. I like that one. You're not spending time messing with the rules of the game. You're spending time trying to figure out what you're gonna do in the confines of the game. So that's always that's sign of a good game typically. Okay, this one is a little bit harder to get into. I'm not gonna lie. And by a little bit harder, I mean, come on, let's do this thing. I believe in you. Okay, we got it. Oh no. Spoke too soon. I spoke too soon, ladies and gentlemen. This thing is a nightmare. It ripped. Now we're going here. Alright, we're just going to tear it. On the plus side, it's not skin tight, so it's easy to kind of... But it drops it from a 10 to probably an 8. Minor powers. Major power. Okay, cool school. Then we got Fia. Cool. I am excited. Stage 1, Stage 2, Stage 3. Yeah. So the different fears, you put them in tier order. When you reach enough fear, boom, these things trigger depending on the threat level that you're at. Um, Good things happen for you, bad things happen for them. So that's the idea of the game. Um, that's it. There's not a ton in here, but that's okay. Because, I mean, you have 5 spirits to go from, so that can very easily, if I was real good, is it 5 times 4 times 3? Is different possible combinations, which would be 60. I don't know if that's accurate or not. But anyway, there's a lot of different mix and match combos that you could do. Yeah, I'm sorry. Normally there's I did want to talk about this. I learned Gloomhaven from a friend. Jaws of the Lion came out. I played Jaws of the Lion. Jaws of the Lion is phenomenal at what it does. Phenomenal. I think they were trying to do something similar-ish with this. And I think, I'm not going to say it's bad, but for me it's a miss. Because I'm going to tell you why. When you see Quick Start Guide, when I see Quick Start Guide, what I think is, okay, this, don't worry about it right now. Quick Start Guide, here you go, pick this up, boom, and you're good to go. I don't think it did a good job of doing that. I think this is a really well done rulebook, and I think this is pretty much irrelevant with this. Now, the one thing it does do is it walks you entirely through a first turn structure, which is fine. But I think they shouldn't have labeled it a quick start guide. I think they should have labeled it like first turn guide or first game like first game supplement or something, because this is really good and this is almost unnecessary with this, because like I said, the rule set is so clean that this is nice, I guess, if you are even someone brand new. I'm looking at this from like I've never played Spirit Island, so I'm technically brand new, but I'm not brand new to gaming, so I can piece things together. But let's say brand new, someone's like, oh, look at this, looks cool, and then they pick up this and they're like, okay, a quick start guide, so we can just use this in a quick. And I don't know, I guess maybe I'm wrong, and maybe I read it with a critical mind of maybe they did test this with people who've never played board games and this is the way to go. Maybe, I don't know. But from my mind, like, and I thought it was lacking. For example, it's just like, boom, here's the setup. Here's what you do. That's fine. I think that's fine. But I think if you're going to go like, here's your first turn, everything, and you're planning on, this is like, okay, this is someone who's never played board games before, they pick this off the shelf, you got to go back further. You got to be like, here's the board. It doesn't talk about the different spaces, like the ocean is not part of the playing field, not part of the game. It's and then here are the different land types. It doesn't talk about land types at all in here, but it does in here. So it's talking about like, oh, well, you have to do the wetlands, and if the wetlands are connected to a town or a city, then you do this. And it's like, okay, someone be like, what's a wetland? Like, okay, so I don't know. In my opinion, I think it could have been done better. But that being said, I think this was really well done and almost negated the use of this, in my opinion. But again, like I said, maybe they play tested it with people who've actually never played games and this was the way to go. The cool thing was, like I said, it does do an entire first turn, so it will tell you like, take this, use this card, and they set up the decks, they structure the decks for you so that, and I don't think that's bad. I think that's actually good, but I think if they're really going for like noob, this is your noob guide, I think they could have done a better job on the first 2 pages being like, here are the components for the game and what each one does, and what, this is your game board, and these are the different parts of the game board. These are the tokens you'll use during the game. I think he could have done that a little bit better. Again, just my opinion. I don't design games, but coming at it from a critical eye. But again, the rulebook itself is very good because I think the game itself seems like it's very clean, so you don't really need a ton of rules overhead. I will come back to you at a future date with, once I have played this game, maybe tomorrow. I have a friend coming over, a friend who's played it before. Maybe we'll get into it. I wouldn't be opposed. But then again, there's a whole bunch of games I want to play, so we'll see what happens. Anyway, peace, love, keep on keeping on out there, and yeah, I will talk to you later. Bye!